If you've made it this far, I'd love to know. Where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. It's always amazing to see how far these messages reach. And if this video brought you value, wisdom, or even just a moment of peace, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a story. This channel is all about timeless wisdom and calm strength, and I'd love to have you on the journey with me. There's a quiet strength in surrender. Not the kind that comes from giving up, but the kind that arises when we stop fighting the current and learn to float with the river of life. For most of us, control feels like safety. We plan, we push, we hustle. We hold tightly to expectations, to timelines, to how things should be. But the ancient Stoics taught us a different kind of wisdom. They said, control what you can, let go of what you can't. Because so much of life is beyond our grasp. Other people, the future, the outcomes of our efforts. The more we try to control what isn't ours to command, the more anxious, frustrated, and burnt out we become. It's like trying to hold on to water. The tighter we squeeze, the more we lose. But when we begin to trust, when we let go of the need to dominate every detail, something beautiful happens. Life starts to unfold in ways we couldn't have planned. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop forcing. It means you show up, do your part, and then allow the universe to do its part. Imagine planting a seed. You water it, give it sunlight, but you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You trust the process. In the same way, we must trust the process of life. Not everything will happen on our timeline. Not every door will open when we knock, but every delay has a lesson. Every detour, a deeper direction. Sometimes what feels like a loss is actually a redirection. Sometimes not getting what you want is the very thing that leads you to what you need. So breathe. Loosen your grip. Let go of the illusion that you must control it all. The sun doesn't rise because we command it to. The seasons don't shift because we wish them to. And yet they arrive. In perfect time, in perfect rhythm. Trust life like you trust the sunrise. Show up with open hands, not clenched fists, because when you stop trying to force the moment, you give space for miracles to move. And often, it's in the letting go that we finally begin to flow. When we let go of control, as we spoke about before, we step into a space of trust. But trust alone is not enough. It needs a place to land. And that place is inner stillness. In a world that never stops moving, stillness can feel like laziness, or even weakness. But the wisest minds of history knew better. The Stoics, the sages, the monks in silence, they all discovered the same truth. Stillness isn't doing nothing. It's doing something deep. It's aligning your energy before your effort. It's calming the storm within, so the world outside doesn't shake you. You see, we've been taught to chase results, to run harder, work longer, strive stronger. But often the most powerful shifts happen not when we move more, but when we become still. Think of a muddy pond. When it's stirred, nothing is clear. But when it settles, the water becomes calm. And suddenly we can see to the bottom. Our minds are the same. If you want to make wise choices, if you want clarity, direction, focus, don't rush. Be still. Because it's in stillness that your deeper wisdom speaks. It's in the silence that your next step reveals itself. You don't need to chase every opportunity. You don't need to react to every problem. When you're still, you begin to respond. Not react. You begin to act from strength, not stress. You start to choose with intention, rather than move from fear. And here's the magic. Stillness doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means something powerful is happening within. Your thoughts are aligning. Your emotions are softening. Your intuition is rising. And from that grounded place, you can move with clarity, with peace, with real power. It's like the archer who pulls back the bow. Stillness comes before the release, and it's that stillness that gives the arrow its direction. So don't fear the pause. Don't rush the silence. Let yourself rest. Let yourself listen. You've already let go of the need to control. Now let go of the need to rush. Find your center. That quiet, unshaken place inside. Because from that center, you can move mountains without force and create change without chaos. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It's the presence of wisdom. And when your actions come from a still heart, they carry more weight, more purpose, more truth. So breathe, be still, and trust. Not only that life is unfolding, but that your peace is the beginning of your power. From stillness, we begin to hear the whisper of our true desires. Not the noise of what others expect, not the echo of what society tells us we should want, but the quiet, honest voice within that says, "This is what your soul is calling for." And once we hear that voice, once we know what it is we truly desire, our only job is to align with it. You see, life doesn't respond to desperation. It doesn't respond to chasing, to forcing, to begging. It responds to frequency, to energy, to alignment. Everything you want, peace, love, success, freedom, already exists on a certain energetic frequency. Your task is not to make it happen, but to match that frequency within yourself. If you want peace, become peaceful. If you want love, become loving. If you want abundance, stop thinking in lack. This isn't about pretending or faking it. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts what they desire, and this begins inside. It begins with stillness. As we discussed before, when you're still, you can finally see what energies you've been carrying. Are you walking with fear, with self-doubt, with resistance, or are you aligned with gratitude, confidence, and openness? The truth is, we attract not what we want, but what we are. So the question becomes, who are you being in this moment? Your future isn't somewhere out there waiting. It's created right now, by your current vibration. And when you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the life you want, that life begins to unfold naturally, without force. Think of tuning a radio. If you're not on the right frequency, you won't hear the music clearly, no matter how much you want to. But when you're tuned in, the sound comes effortlessly. Your life works the same way. You don't have to chase love. You become love. And love finds you. You don't have to beg for success. You embody clarity, discipline, and joy. And success begins to respond to that energy. The external world is a mirror. It reflects what you broadcast from within. So ask yourself, what am I tuned into today? And if the answer doesn't match your dream, pause, reset, realign. You don't have to fix everything. You don't need to struggle your way forward. You simply have to shift your energy. And the rest begins to shift with you. So stay still, listen, align, and allow life to meet you where you are. Because when you're vibrating in harmony with what you truly desire, there is no need to force, only to receive. Once you begin to align with the frequency of your desires, you'll notice something profound. Life becomes less of a battle and more of a dance. You no longer feel the need to force outcomes. You stop trying to push the river. Instead, you allow life to flow, and you simply flow with it. This is the beauty of alignment. It doesn't demand effort in the traditional sense. It invites presence, clarity, and harmony. You see, we've been conditioned to believe that everything good must come through struggle, that if we're not hustling, grinding, or chasing, we're not doing enough. But real manifestation doesn't come from stress. It doesn't arise from fear or control. It comes from inner alignment and from trusting that what is meant for you will never miss you. You don't have to fight the current of life. You don't have to beg the universe to bless you. You simply have to become the version of you who lives in harmony with what you seek. If you desire love but you're constantly afraid of losing it, you create tension and love retreats. If you desire abundance, but you're always worrying about lack, you send out mixed signals, and abundance stays just out of reach. Harmony means coherence. It means your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all speaking the same language. No more saying you believe in your dream, but secretly doubting it every night. No more asking for peace, while feeding your mind with fear and chaos. When you are truly in harmony with your desire, you feel it in your body, you believe it in your heart, and you live it in your daily choices. And from that space, you attract with ease. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because you've stopped resisting it. Think of a magnet. It doesn't chase, it simply attracts. By being what it is, you are the same. You don't manifest what you want through force. You manifest through resonance. You attract what reflects your inner state. So if you want to change your outer world, begin by softening your inner one. Let go of the need to fight. Let go of the urge to control everything. Instead, return to trust. Return to stillness. Return to that deep knowing that what's meant for you will find you as long as you remain in harmony with it. This is not giving up. This is wise surrender. You're not stepping back, you're stepping into alignment. And when you're in alignment, the universe meets you halfway, always. When you stop fighting and begin living in harmony with your desires, something remarkable begins to happen. You start to see evidence of your dreams taking shape, quietly, gently, and often in ways you never expected. This is the truth behind the ancient saying, "What you seek is seeking you." It's not just poetic, it's deeply real. But you can only experience it when you let go of control and trust the timing of life. You see, everything unfolds in perfect time. But your ego wants it now. Your fear demands guarantees. Your impatience screams, "Why isn't it here yet?" And yet, the universe does not operate on your clock. It moves with wisdom, with precision, with love that knows what you're ready for and when. Sometimes the delay is the blessing. Sometimes not getting what you want right now is the exact thing that saves you from something you weren't prepared for. You're not being ignored. You're being shaped. You're being guided. You're being aligned with what you truly need, not just what your momentary emotions demand. When you planted the seed of your desire, the process already began. But just like nature, you must let it take root in darkness before it rises toward the light. You don't dig up the seed every day to check if it's growing. You water it, you nurture it, and you trust. The same applies to your dreams, to your healing, to your transformation. Let go of timelines. Release the pressure. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's. Their chapter 20 should never make you doubt your chapter 3. You are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what your soul came here to learn, and every step you take in trust, no matter how small, moves you closer to what you seek, because what you seek is not just a destination, it's a mirror. It's reflecting back the parts of you that are ready to be awakened, strengthened, and brought to life. Your only task is to stay in tune, to keep your heart open, to walk with patience, with faith, and with gratitude for every moment along the way. Because the universe is not ignoring you. It's preparing something better than you imagined. Not because you fought for it, but because you became ready for it. So, breathe. Be still. Let go of the need to chase. Because as you become the version of yourself who lives in alignment, in harmony, and in peace, what you seek will find you, not by force, but by divine timing. And when it arrives, you'll understand why the wait was part of the gift. This journey we've explored together isn't just philosophy, it's something we feel deep in our bones. If something in today's message touched your heart, if it reminded you to breathe a little deeper, trust a little more, or simply slow down, I'd love to hear about it. What part of this story resonated with you most? Was there a sentence, a thought, or a moment that felt like it was speaking directly to you? Take a moment and share your reflections in the comments. Your story, your words, they might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. And if you're watching this from a specific city or country, let us know where you're tuning in from. It's always so powerful to see how connected we truly are across the world. Your voice matters here. This space is for deep thinkers, for old souls, and for those quietly walking the path of becoming. So don't be shy. Scroll down, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe and join us on this unfolding journey of wisdom and growth. You are not alone. We walk together.